What is your advice for data scientists, for people who are about to present some data
Yeah.
to leaders who they know probably not going to like that answer?
Yeah. So I think the first thing is, when you do credible work, part of how you can get over an audience that may be cynical or unhappy with the answer is to be methodical and to take them on the journey with you. And not even, so if I'm going to make a presentation to a company where I have an answer that's not going to make sense to them or they're not going to like, then I need to do the extra steps of thinking about how am I going to present this in a way that is systematic and that's going to take you through step by step. Okay, we looked at the data this way, and this is what we found. So this led us to look at the data this way, and this is what we found. Oh, but then we did this, and this is where the surprise came. We cut it this way, this way, this way. We find the same answer. What often happens is people question and try to find the mistake in your work. Oh, you did this. So the other part of it is, though, if you've got that rapport where you're talking with the client enough to sort of learn the business and see the holes, you don't ever want to get to the executive presentation if you haven't vetted it along the way. At the same time, there are some companies that's what they want you there for. They don't want you to just parrot the answer that they want. I mean, maybe some do, but for the most part, I find people are interested in what the real answer is, but they will ask hard questions. The hard questions are usually about, and where it gets difficult is not about what regression analysis I ran or what statistical technique I used, although I've gotten those questions too, because it's amazing how many data people there are out there that have sort of enough knowledge to be really dangerous. But things like, why doesn't that square with what I know about my business that I've been in for 20 years? How do you square that with this fact that I know? And so those are the kind of things that become more challenging.
When you're being questioned like that, sometimes it's easy to be offended or take offense when you're kind of being grilled about the data, your insights. How do you kind of manage that?
Well, one thing that is good is because part of my work is testifying as an expert witness, I'm really used to being grilled. And so that does build up a certain skill set where you have to have a certain thick skin about it. But again, I think in most consulting engagements, you're trying to genuinely help and they want answers. So I think it is important to try to be dispassionate where you can be. I'm an excitable guy, I'm really passionate about data. So people usually know my energy level is high. But I think it's just important to remember that if you're constantly focused on what is the question the client wants answered and how are you helping them? If you can keep bringing it back to how you're helping them and how those insights will matter, I think that's what clients really respond to. They don't want to be told in a heavy-handed way. We brought in these outside consultants and they're saying they know our business better and how, it's partly tone. I don't want to be so arrogant as to come in and pretend I know the answer to every question. What I want to do is say, I have a certain expertise and certain insights I can do to help you in a partnership that is going to help you get to where you need to be in a way that you probably can't get alone without the extra expertise we're bringing to the table. I think that's a much healthier way to approach it.
Mhm.
At times if you come across heavy-handed, the tone is wrong, that's when
Mhm.
you get feedback that's less positive.
Thank you so much for checking out this clip from the Data Talk podcast. To watch the full episode, you can either go to the Experian blog. The URL is experian.com/datatalk, or you can click on the link, which is found in the description of this video.